After that, inventory policy. Now there are two types of inventory policies that commonly used by most of the organization. First of all, traditional organizations use just in time. What is the meaning of just in time? The modern organizations, not traditional. Modern organizations, they are using just-in-time inventory system, and the traditional organizations, they are using just-in-case inventory management system. What is the difference between two? Just in case basically means that first we will be buying lots of raw material and we are storing it in our warehouse just in case we need it. Right? Our planned production is 5,000 units, but we will be buying 10,000 units. Just in case our sales demand might increase in the future and we need to produce more units, so we should have some safety inventory or buffer inventory. This is called just in case. We are buying the raw material and then we are deciding how much we have to use to meet our sales demand. This is a traditional approach. Another approach is just in time, totally opposite to that. Just in time basically means that first we will wait for the sale order. Once we get a sales order from our customer, after that we will start production. And once we are starting production, only at that time we will be buying the raw material. So this is what we call just-in-time inventory policy, that we will only be buying the inventory when we need it. We will never keep any safety inventory. Now, theoretically speaking, just-in-time is far more beneficial than just in case. Why so? Because in just in case, you are buying the inventory, you are stocking up the inventory, so all the risk and rewards of inventory belongs to you. If anything goes wrong with the inventory in the warehouse, that will be your loss. But just in time, that every time when you are about to start your production, then you are ordering your inventory. So every time you're getting the fresh supplies and inventory, you do not need to even have a storeroom or be very big storeroom, because you're not holding any inventory at all. You are only buying the inventory when you need it. You will order it from your supplier, you will get it, you will process it immediately, or you use it immediately into your production. This is what we call just in time. So theoretically speaking, just in time is far more beneficial as compared to just in case. But as per the practicality, just in case is much more practical for small and medium-sized organizations than just in time. This just in time is also known as an abbreviation, JIT, inventory management policy. Now, what type of organizations are actually using it? Lots of big organizations or multinational corporations, they are using it. For example, Honda and Toyota. So if you ever experience to buy a car of Honda and Toyota and many others, so what is happening? First, customer place an order. That order will go to the factory. And once order is received from the customer, only after that production will start. And to start a production, only then they will be buying the raw material. If no customer order any place to Honda and Toyota for a car, and they do not want to have, or there is no production, or there is no planned production, they will not be buying any inventory at all. So just in time basically mean that we will order inventory when we need it for our production, and we will not be holding any inventory. Just in case, that we will be buying lots of inventory and we will be stocking up, just in case our demand will increase, just in case we need to produce more units, so we will always going to stock up our inventory. Clear with these both inventory policies?
Yes, sir.
Okay. After that, inventory valuation. There are basically three methods of inventory valuation. First is Lifo, last in, first out. Second is FIFO, first in, first out. And then AVCO, which we called average. And there are two methods in average. First is called cumulative and second is called periodic. Periodic means you will calculate one average for the whole year. And whenever you are going to issue any raw material, that same average price or average cost you will be using every time throughout the period or throughout the year. Cumulative is different. This is also called weighted average. In weighted average, before each and every fresh issue, you will recalculate your average. So every time when you issue some raw material to your production department, so before each new issue, you are calculating weighted average. So if you're going to issue your raw material 200 times in a year, so each and every time you will be calculating the new average. Okay. Lifo, as per IS2, Lifo is no more in use, is no more allowable, is no more allowed to use for inventory valuation. So for public limited companies, they can only use FIFO or AFCO. In AFCO, they can use cumulative and periodic. We already have seen these workings in so much detail in MA1. I will not going to solve this question, but there is a question here. Here's a very good example. You have to take up the same example, and over the same data, first you need to do the working of FIFO, then you need to do workings for LIFO, and then you need to do workings of AFCO. In AFCO, for both, first for cumulative and second for periodic. And for each of the method, what you need to calculate? You need to calculate two things. First, the close value of closing inventory, whatever left at the end of the period. And second, you need to calculate cost of goods sold under each method. So this will be your homework for today. You can solve this question under all of the four methods and calculate their closing inventory and cost of goods sold. And then you need to tell me the numbers. And after that, we will be discussing a little bit about the reconciliation. What will be happening in a period of rising prices, and what will be happening in a period of falling prices. So when you are solving this and you will be calculating closing inventory and cost of goods sold under each of the method in a period of falling prices. So under each of the method, automatically you will be getting the answers. You will be getting that in a period of falling prices and rising prices, how it will be affecting. In this question, unit cost first is 2, then 2.10, 2.12, and 2.40. So what is happening basically in this question? It's a period of rising prices. So today, this will be your homework. You can attempt through all these methods. And after that, tomorrow, we will be discussing that about the reconciliation, that how closing inventory and cost of goods sold differ in a period of rising prices if we select any one of these four methods. Clear with this thing?
Yes, sir.